Welcome to Two Gents, where two seasoned gents take on the hard truths of life, success, and responsibility. In a world where the rules don't bend for us, these gents believe in doing the work, owning the struggle, and inspiring others to take action. So, pull up a chair.
Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to Two Gents Podcast. I'm just one of the hosts, Ron Spikes. We got the mic out there, and we got Byron Glass. I'm gonna let Byron Glass go ahead and go where he was right now because I want to yield for him because he may not have enough time to get on, and then just give it to Pastor Riggins.
Ron. I was just saying, man. Again, it's as important now as it has ever been, based on what we see, what this man is doing, how he's communicating. He's fixated on just going in and taking other place. See, what that right there is what you call classic racism, using your power, your oppression, and the control to try to maneuver and make things happen the way that you want them to happen. So again, it's not even about Dem versus Republican. It's just us versus them. And us is a combination of a lot of people, and them is a combination of a few people that are making a little bit more noise and getting out doing the things they need to do. But Riggins, I'm almost certain. You see the letter that the guy wrote to the EU, I believe, just unheard of. You could have never told me when I was in elementary school, growing up and getting all through college, Riggins, that they used to say anybody can get elected. That's no longer the case. Absolutely, anything and anybody can get elected based on what we got now. The bar is as low as it can go, Riggins. It can't get no low. However, you can never expect what's the lowest this person's gonna do.
Man, let me tell you something. 2015, and guys, if I'm going too long, you're gonna tell me to stop. 2015, Trump showed up on the scene. And from 2015 all the way until Biden got elected, almost every day I posted about Donald Trump. Even in my own house at the time, and several people and some of my family members and stuff said, man, do you have Trump derangement syndrome? What is it? But what it was that prophetically, I believe, I was being bothered about the danger of what this man is to the whole world. My grandfather set me down in 1984, 85, 86, and began to tell me about a lot of things that was not seen happening in the government, things related to Cuba, things related to what's going on in Europe, the United States. It was things that was not being shown what was really happening. And at the time I was arguing with me, my grandmother would be laughing at me. By the time I got finished going to college, became an adult, got out here in the real world, began to deal with public relations, politics, I realized my grandfather was telling the truth. And one of the things he talked about was that there could be a president that could become a president, and everything that you see in Revelation could be played out. Are we about to see it? I believe it's closer than we ever thought it was going to be. People, what really disturbs me is that people begin to say there's a choice for Donald Trump to be elected for the moral majority of the United States because he's going to keep us from being a homosexual nation and all this other kind of crazy stuff. Let me back up and tell you something. There's no one sin in the Bible greater than another sin. Sodom and Gomorrah was here during Lot and Abraham time. Okay? Homosexuality was here during Paul and Peter's time. Orgies was here during that time too. And also pedophiles. And people can grab women by the pee whenever they wanted to. We here behind a false notion that the white evangelical church will prop up a crazy man like this because America is God's country. America is not God's country. The second thing was we want him because we don't want an African-American woman. We want him because we don't want an Anglo-American woman the first time. We don't want him because we want an African-American woman the second time. Notice he didn't win against Joe Biden, the man. Comes in, and the first thing he did is begin to lie. I've stopped 8 wars. We covered this a couple of shows ago. You can go look at it. He has not stopped 8 wars at all. Give me the Nobel Peace Prize. People said, look at this child. And consequently, also during that time, they said Trump probably had a stroke too. Remember, about a week and a half, nobody couldn't find him anywhere. Mm-hmm. Said they get a stroke on the left side of the brain and control the right side of his body. That's here or there, but some doctors believe that. He's had a couple of CT scans since then. He's had some what's the other thing you call when you put your whole body inside of a machine? MRIs and stuff like that. So something's going on. Probably dementia, probably a stroke, whatever. That's beyond the fact that he's evil. Okay? It's one thing to have health problems and nothing's wrong with your spirit, man. But he's evil. So now Trump says, I want the Nobel Peace Prize. Nobody gives him the Nobel Peace Prize. He hasn't earned the Nobel Peace Prize. He's obsessed with it because Barack Obama has it.
There's 2 people that he upset with, Riggins. You know who that is?
Who?
That's Martin King
and Barack
Obama. Why? Because they earned it. Yes. He had to take seconds. It had to be given to him. So when you talk about DEI and not being competitive and all this, that, and other, he just proved himself to be a complete, total fool.
Right. So on a national level, he's tied up with this DEI stuff, and he tore down the East Wing of the White House. Why did he tear down why didn't he tear down the West Wing? Why did he tear down the South Side? You know why he tear down the East Wing? Because that's the wing of the first ladies. He demolished because he demoralizes women. Okay, I'm going slow with this. Every day I came out against Trump, people say I was being crazy. Well, I step back. When a prophet has done enough, he steps back. Because I'm not the kind of prophet. When I believe that I have an office of prophet, I'm not trying to mix up religion tonight, but I'm bringing this in this. I'm not the kind of guy going to tell you to come down to the front of the church and God's going to give you some money. I'm not going to tell you God's about to heal you in 3 days. I'm the kind of person that God shows me things. In 1997, God showed me that Princess Diana was going to die. August 31st, 1997, he said something major was going to happen. It was going to be negative. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was going to be my own personal life. I was so worried about it. I had revival going on in my church. And let me tell you what was going on. That was my anniversary, my wedding anniversary. I'm at a revival, worried about something going on. Come back from the revival, Princess Diana is dead. That's not the first time I've seen something worldwide. When the pandemic was about to come on, something was bothering me about something happening worldwide, and the pandemic came. Lo and behold, all the while I've been on Trump back. I back off of Trump.
With that great.
Yes, sir. Trump jumps up, and what does Trump say? We're going to take over Greenland. We need Greenland. For 300 years, the Danish people have owned Greenland longer than the United States have been a country. This is not even about African American versus Anglo American. Trump is from the background of Germany. He's a Russian asset. Since the 1980s, they were trying to get him to think about him running against George H.W. Bush as a Democrat to try to bring him down. They back off of that. When he decided to run, he ran against a Democrat as a Republican, but he'd been a Democrat his whole life. A Russian asset. Putin wants control of NATO or break up NATO. How do you break up NATO? You cause a confusion in NATO. How do you cause a confusion in NATO? From the inside out. Trump says to NATO, I don't care about you, NATO. I want Greenland. Y'all didn't give me the Peace Prize, which that's just a lie. Y'all didn't give me Nobel Peace Prize. I don't care about peace anymore. I want Greenland. You know what's the thing going to be? If he doesn't get Greenland, this is how he doesn't get Greenland. If y'all let Putin into the NATO, I'll leave Greenland alone. That might be the way out of it, is what he's looking for. But I doubt that's the way out of it. He wants Greenland because he wants to control anything that he thinks is worldwide, whether it's oil, positions, land, whatever it might be. He wants to be like Putin. And France, England, Germany, Norway, all those European countries are saying, if you try to take Greenland, we're ready to go to war with y'all. Can you imagine this? That we go to war with our own allies because we have an evil person in office. Now is the time for the United States Congress to do two things. Number one, pass legislation that's overwhelmingly says we cannot make any further inquisition, buy, or take over Greenland. With veto proof, pass the legislation. When he vetoes it, we override the veto. Second thing, it's time for them to impeach and remove him for the safety and security of our country. I don't care about we want a president because of moral majority. That was a lie. He's not a moral majority. All the women he's supposedly raped and all the stuff he's done in his life and look, only 1% of the Epstein files have come out. Only 1% of it. There are 2 million documents have not come out. Trump said himself on Truth Social, a 14-year-old girl has a right to make her own decision. He knows what he's done. Deranged, demonic, and dangerous. I said tonight, deranged, demonic, and dangerous. I'm not holding no punches on Donald Trump. If we do not remove this man out of office or put up some stuff around ourselves to protect the United States, he will drive us into a problem in which we have war against our own allies, and we're going to all suffer for him. And they'll eliminate him, and we'll still be suffering. That's my opening statement tonight.
Mr. Spikes?
PG, I'm going to yield to you.
Man, I think, Riggins, they talk about Trump deranged syndrome. This man create a word, a phrase, and everybody run with it. What I don't understand is this, Riggins, is the vast majority of the people that's now complaining. If it was you or I or somebody else, they wouldn't be complaining because it doesn't benefit, the narrative. So when you look at all of this, in my opinion, Ron, when you look at this, Riggins, in my opinion, fear has more power than people give it credit for, Riggins. I think you'd agree with that, because the fear of no longer being able to do what you have been done in the past. And this person is the drum major for all of that tomfoolery. I just don't understand, Riggins, and I haven't given up on trying to understand. I understand literally, but I'm figuratively saying that we're at a point in time, Riggins, where I thought we would never be. I always knew that we were close to it, because the things that people try to get you to believe and tell you a lie that have changed, it hasn't changed, but we've changed from where we were at to worse.
Yes, sir. Let me tell you, man.
You know what, Glass?
Go ahead, Ron.
I've been looking in the background, and as I look back here and I realize, we covered the same stuff last week. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna pull up 2 short videos to show you that we're covering the same stuff that we put up short videos on YouTube about, and you two guys was discussing the same thing. And I don't know how we're gonna get out of this, and I don't know what the exit strategy is. But I will tell you this: if we don't get out and vote, and we don't put the pedal to the metal, we're done. If we don't drop the gas and shift gears or whatever, if you never drove a manual transmission, if we don't shift from first to fifth gear and get that fool out of the office, we're just wasting our time. And you see, look at Pastor. Look at Pastor's face on this. He's serious. He told me tonight before he got on the air, he said, Ron, Say I'm gonna go in tonight. And the subject of the show was Superpower SOS. Is the US losing this grip? Now the US ain't losing this grip. The problem is that person that's in office making it seem like we're losing our grip. So, Pastor, thank you for that little bit of time. I'm trying to get some more videos up that to illustrate that we're not off on our subject matter tonight.
But let me say something else. We might not can make it to November. And the Supreme Court, if they first make a ruling on the tariffs, then first that'll stop him with this tariff stuff. And he owes them, he'll owe back all the money that we've already lost in the tariffs. And also, let me tell you something else. The reason why Trump keeps saying he's going to be impeached, he knows he stole $6 billion illegally already. This is not, we're not.
Pastor,
go
the
ahead.
number is off. It's more than that. I'm sorry.
At least $6 billion.
All right.
Let me line him up with history. Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson had 2 fights with the United States as the 7th president of the United States. And Trump has a big old picture of Andrew Jackson. He said he wanted to be like him. Andrew Jackson fought against the Bank of the United States, had it closed down because he was stealing money. And Andrew Jackson went to Florida and took the Cherokees, Chickasaw, and Seminole land and sent 16,000 of them across the Trail of Tears to Oklahoma. And only 4,000 of them made it. So tell me what Trump is doing. Trump is doing everything he can to break the economic back of the United States and say, look here, go look over there. It's not us. Look here, affordability. Said all kind of crazy stuff while he's stealing money, right? He's not trying to take land out of Florida. He wants to take land not on the national scene. He's trying to take land international. He went over to Venezuela, took the man out of office, got control of the oil, have the oil money being sent to Qatar, then punked the lady and took up Nobel Peace Prize from her. Think about it. And now he thinks he's going to go over to Greenland and punk Europe and take Greenland. Europe not going for that. Europe is looking at Trump like he's Hitler. They're looking at him like he's Mussolini. They're looking at him like he's Stalin now. Europe not going for it. Macron made a speech today. We're not going for this. There are military exercises going on in Greenland right now. They're not going for this. And if United States Congress and Senate, 535 people that represent us, do not stand up against this one man, woe is the United States of America.
You know, go ahead, Glenn.
Hey, man, I'm serious.
Hey, man, I'm just trying to find humor in all this tomfoolery, Riggins. I mean, I'm not, never discrediting or discounting what you said.
I know you're not discounting. You laugh because of the way I'm so passionate about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's it is what it is. That's passion. That's not anger. I mean, I can get on my tangent, but it's I mean, you're doing a good job in expressing. Ron, I just often times think about I never worry about who's listening. I worry about if the right people are listening to get the right information and be able to make a just and conscious decision based on facts and not some of this other stuff that they put out. I mean, again, I go back to if he wanted to go in and remove people from power, which
go ahead.
Yeah.
Does that come up on the air? Because I'm going back finding old videos because I need them to understand that we talked about this.
Yeah,
we had this.
Yeah, Riggins. The sad part is the one thing that I learned other than about Jesus was the attributes and characteristics of a devil, a Lucifer, and the one thing that my pastor Riggins always expressed is that the devil is always the author of confusion. Name one thing that this man has done that has not created over exemplary chaos. Name one thing. Nobody can name one thing that he's done that has not been part of full over exemplary chaos. Not one thing. Not one thing, Rickens. So
and his mind is leaving him. He got this morning talking about his mama wanted to be a baseball player. What is he talking about?
How you gonna be a baseball player and you can't even join the service because you got flat foot and you got flat feet and your bunions and you never hit a baseball before you was the age of whatever age you are? Why would you say your mama wanted you to be a baseball player? He's got Alzheimer's, Pastor, and I admit it. I went in on Biden when Biden was having his problems. Well, I'm gonna tell you, somebody needs to check. Somebody need to go in and check Trump out. There's something going on there that we need to check into.
But see, Ron, my issue is, and I think Riggins would agree with this, at Biden's age, the media was on it every segment of the day. Wasn't it, Riggins? Talking about his age, his age. All of a sudden, that conversation, it's gone. So, why does well, I know why. Anyway, go ahead, Riggins.
Hey, Ron, you have to have the thing to put up. Yeah, if you don't have to put it up, I'm gonna go in farther.
Go, because I gotta get it. It's interrupting what y'all got going right now. So I'm in the background working. I'm not just quiet, but I'm getting ready to bust out in just a minute.
His name is Johnson. What's his first name?
Who? Mike Johnson.
Mike Johnson.
Mike Johnson is pitiful. Just pitiful. If you believe that you're an American patriot and you see what this man is doing, here's the time now that you can gain all of if you want reputation of who you are, make a stand. Say, listen, it's not about being an R or dim, like you say, or R or D. This is about being an American citizen. The buck stops here. And he should raise up the people to come against Trump. What does Trump have? Trump have on these people. I've been saying it for years. They're scared of Trump. No, they got dirty money from Trump. People got backdoor dirty money from Trump. That's why they won't ever break with him. Furthermore, a lot of them are racist.
Can I interrupt you there, Pastor?
They have on the inside.
Can I interrupt you right there for 1 minute? Because I want to add to that. You said, what are people afraid of? It's not just Republicans out there afraid of Donald Trump, because it's a lot of Democrats that got money from Donald Trump too at the same time. So they're afraid too. That's why they don't say that much. That's why the country is where it's at right now, because people are afraid to talk and just say something. This country is going to where this picture is right here on the page right now. America is going to have a fight, have a war on their own continent if they don't watch out. So, Pastor, go ahead. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Yeah. And furthermore, sending troops to Minnesota. What are you doing? You're trying to start a civil war, have an international war. He wants to stay in power because he's having bogged down a war on the inside, war on the outside. It's like Nero. Just like Nero, this is like Napoleon, just like Hitler. When you start a war on the inside and outside to control the people. In 1933, people did not believe Hitler was going to come back. In 1939, they didn't believe what he was doing. In 2024, we did not believe. I believed it, but most people don't believe. And when we wake up, it's going to be too late. And don't be surprised if things really get out of control, and it won't be none of us. It'll be stuff beyond our control. It's beyond our control what happened to John F. Kennedy. That's why they sealed up the books for many years, not to tell you. You go in too deep. There are people international people worldwide that's not going to let you go too deep in what you're trying to do. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm going to say. You got to read between the lines. And they'll eliminate the threat to the world order. They'll eliminate that threat to the world order. Yes, they will.
They are. They definitely just you have to get to a point where you have to look past what you're seeing in the media. You have to get to a point where you're looking past what you're hearing in the media, especially in mainstream media. I just get to a point where I'm just lost. And I get some information. Byron sends stuff right before we got on the show tonight for us to look at. And it's just sad, the stuff that's going on that we don't see right in front of us. It's sad because we constantly saying the same stuff over and over, but you don't hear it on the other pages. You don't hear about it. You don't hear anybody talking about it. Have y'all just heard anybody digest what that, just listen to how upset Pastor Riggins is? And you don't hear that. I don't know where they're trying to go to. I don't know. I listen to Byron, I hear the frustration in his voice. And we're sitting here telling you a story, telling you a story that's playing out all across America, telling you stuff that's going on, and you still don't get it. You're still not going out and voting. Voting is important. Come on, Pastor.
Ron, Baron, myself, and you, we don't have advertisement. Nobody's paying us to be on here.
Mm-mm.
The media have people that are paying for them to be on air. You only can say so much a Procter & Gamble gonna pull. You only can say so much a Nike gonna pull. You can say so much and and Gap gonna pull. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So they're controlled by the money that's putting them up there. We don't nobody paying us any money. No, we don't want nobody, but I'm not lifting an offer on here. We don't care.
Mm-hmm.
We're not passing the plate. We're not begging for nothing. We just tell you the truth, nothing but the truth. So help you God.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's wrong with the media. The media got people that's paying the one that's paying the bills. They're gonna pull the ass because they don't want to lose that whatever. They want to lose the viewership. They want to lose people's going to sponsors and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They only can say so much to a certain limit, and let you try to figure out what if they tell you the truth or not telling the truth. Nobody is paying. Ron Spikes is paying for the bill on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And until Ron tell me to shut up, I'm not gonna shut up.
Yeah, you got to shut up, Pastor, because we gonna play this right here. We're gonna play this right quick so they can understand. I'm trying to get it up, and I wanted to play because I need y'all to understand. This is not something that we just started talking about.
The volume not up on it. The volume is not on it, Ron. The volume is not on it.
Okay.
Back it up.
Go ahead. I'm gonna back up. You go ahead and finish up your conversation, Pastor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and back up. I know where it's at.
Right. We were talking, as he's about to show you this clip, we were talking the same stuff about Israel and Gaza a few weeks back. Same stuff that we're talking now about Greenland. Donald Trump is going from week to week, day to day, hour to hour, stirring up all kind of chaos. It's a deflection from the Epstein files. We know that one thing. But the second thing is he wants to have worldwide power. And third, he's being controlled as a Russian asset, I believe, a puppet of Putin.
Absolutely.
You know what, Riggin?
Let me try to play it one more time, Pastor.
No.
You know what, Riggin?
Yes, sir.
The problem is going to be you can have two bulls in the ring as long as they are not occupied by each other. Mm-hmm. The problem is when they become occupied by each other, somebody's got to be X'd out. So is it going to be him or is it going to be Putin?
I'll tell you what, we lose all our allies, then we facing Putin by ourselves, and it's going to be Putin, Iran, China, and North Korea against us. And our allies going to say, you stabbed us in the back. We're not coming to help you.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
Byron said the same thing last week. I wish I could have got it to play. I saved it. I did everything I possibly could because what you said right behind there, and y'all say y'all couldn't hear it because there wasn't no volume on it.
Pastor? We could just see the pictures and we could see the words being spelled out, but we couldn't hear anything through the
Okay.
feed.
All right. we just gonna go back to our normal show. I'm sorry for interrupting. I thought I had that would have been great to play because it's something that has already been discussed. And as we sit here, as we sit here, as we sit here, I just passed to my mind, and people always say, "What can you do? What can you do?" You know, this gets to me. It hurts me because I see people doing this every weekend. Or they posting on their Facebook this particular thing every weekend. But the thing that I ask myself when I see stuff like this, how many people are registered voters? How many people are registered voters? How many people out there stomping their feet, got their boots on the ground, and are registered voters? But we go for this, Pastor. I'm gonna say it, and if you see your picture in there and you get offended, I hope you're a registered voter because I'm gonna play it anyway.
I know. I'm not gonna do it.
I want y'all to just check this out.
They trail right, partying. They partying. Oh yeah, they partying.
They're turning up.
Yes, sir.
They're kicking their feet up in there fast. They ain't got to go to work. They just turning up out there. Dust coming off everything. But how many of them?
On the ground. Where them fans at?
How many of them are registered voters?
I don't know.
That's a question for you and Byron Glass to answer. How many of you think are registered voters?
I don't know. Maybe 1/10 of them. Maybe 1% of them. You can put church on the wall.
I know we all have been in the trail ride. So how many do you truly think are registered voters? But
1%.
do they complain?
Nah, they all they want. Some of them just want their Social Security checks. Some of them want the child support checks. Some of them just want to work for the man, 6 days a week and trail ride 1 day of the week and pull that check and live from day to day or month to month and talk about what the man doing to them, but they're not registered to vote. They think it's all rigged anyway. And then they want no black African American woman to be their president, even though they're blacker than everything. So I'm going in on our own people. We are our own worst enemies sometimes. And then if your child gets sent out there to fight against Europe, or they bomb Houston, then what? They bomb Houston, then what?
They're not going. They're gonna have their music playing. Cause where them fans at? Where them fans at? They're gonna have the boots on the ground, dancing, doing everything. They gonna have
that. Gonna be dead. We're gonna be dead as doorknobs.
Yeah, right in the same place, kicking their legs up, kicking that dirt up, and playing that music. And I'm not downing what you do because you do what you do to have fun, but at least come out with something that's gonna make progress for your kids, your parents.
You won't catch me in one of those. On my horse. I show up. I ride my horse. I give me some good food to eat, and I come home and study for my sermon for the next day.
Yeah.
But I know what you're talking about. Yeah, they're having a good time out there, so they say, till they start shooting each other too.
Yeah, and that's part of the going routine. I don't want to go into that on this note, but I want to go into some stuff on some positive note. Look at my brother out there.
Ward 4.
Board member appreciation. Byron Glass, Ward 4.
What they do like I'm off my way out, Mr. Spikes.
I don't care. You done did your job. You done held it down. You done represented. And as you done told me, you got to have a seat at the table, but you got to add a voice to it. I had to add some more to it, Byron. Tell us give us a little bit of your 34 years, and then we're going to go back to our show.
Hey, Ron, I'm one of them guys. I don't like to talk, about what I do have done, because most of the stuff that I've done has always been behind the scenes, because I'm one of those guys. I don't have to be out front in order to be seen. The people that know, you can ask them. They'll tell you what I have done and what I've tried to do. So, it's just another day in the neighborhood for me, man. Hey, the Bible say don't exalt yourself, so I'm going to just keep moving. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Reagan's like I promised my mama. I ain't going through what you went through. That's my goal, to continue to not go through what she went through.
I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you right now, if they try to put me through what they went through, it's going to be two options: Canada, or I'm gonna die fighting.
I'm not
See,
going through it.
Byron talks all that stuff, but you see him having a seat at the table.
Hey, that's legislative committee presentation on carbon sequestration. That's where I just come from. Again, man, I'm just one of those guys. Run, like I told you, I believe this. I got a mouth and a tongue, and you got a mouth and a tongue. If you give me your opinion, you damn sure gonna get mine. That's just the way I am. And what I don't like, Ron, is this: is when I show loyalty to somebody, and I realize that they're not as loyal as I thought they was. What I typically would have done in the past is get real mean, evil, and vindictive. But I now know, Riggins, that's the worst way you go. What you do is you just sit back and keep pushing forward, and what's supposed to happen will happen.
Yes, sir. Right. Never let us see you sweat. Let them never know when you're gonna hit them.
Oh yeah, like a pastor, a funeral director told me yesterday. He said, "Bro, Glass, look," he said, "sometimes there's a season and there's a lifespan, and sometimes you have to cut your season off in order to reach your lifespan."
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes,
Say
sir.
it.
Yeah, change the season, break the cycle.
Yes, sir. Hey,
You
but
know
what I have learned, Riggins, is this: is just because a person look like you, this don't mean they for you.
Oh man, that's the truth. Lord have mercy. That's what I was
you know,
saying. They didn't want.
in class,
I
I'm
want
gonna
people.
say like, oh, Glass, that's the guest calling in. Glass, go ahead and finish up, man. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'll take this
yeah,
off there.
yeah, Riggins. We just got to do
No,
what
go
we got
ahead.
to do, man.
Let the
Glass, if you
come
can.
on in.
Got to keep the fight up, Riggins.
Hey, Tawana, can you hear me? I got you on air right now.
Yes, sir.
Oh man.
Yes, sir.
You read that, Riggins?
Representative Jim Clyburn.
What do you say?
They're trying to bring back slavery.
You know, did it ever leave? Because I believe, and I could be wrong, because they say Mississippi is the blackest state in America. The blackest state in America. In some parts of Mississippi you go into, and I just looked at, you know how I am about looking at videos about different areas. I'm looking at these people traveling through Mississippi, and I'm looking at those guys that's in Mississippi. And I ain't calling out nobody, but I'm gonna tell you, I don't know what they're doing, because they're still out there picking cotton, and that's the only way that they can make a living in some poor parts of Mississippi. It's sad. Somebody needs to go out there and investigate that, because it's just sad when everybody left the community. There's only 2 or 3 people in charge of it, and they don't look like you. It's something wrong, Pastor.
Man, look here. A day of reckoning is coming for the United States. A day of reckoning is coming. And before I be a slave, man, I'm telling you, I told y'all last week when I got in my house.
You did, Pastor.
So I told y'all I got in my house, and and it's called Castle Law in Texas, because I live on this property. So nobody gonna come and get me and take me out of here without not unlawfully. And second of all, nobody never gonna make me a slave. Never. I'll never be 12 years a slave, not 12 minutes a slave, not 12 seconds a slave. Not ever. Not ever.
Hey, Riggins, you got to stand firm on something, huh?
Yes, sir. You know how to get me going. Show me that stuff. Oh, we're supposed to talk about, show you about what a porch monkey was.
Oh, I thought y'all had did it last week. Y'all kind of went into it. We used to see them things tied. What was the men that used to be at the end of the driveway, had the rings and stuff, where the master come tie up his house or whatever? No. Those guys, what did they call them?
Let me see. I'm gonna share my screen. Let me find some. I'm gonna find me a
you got the ability to share it. You and Byron Glass. I don't know why y'all don't share it. Don't let me be up here making all these mistakes. And when you share it, I'm gonna bring you up. I'm gonna bring it up big, Pastor.
I'm just participating.
Oh, come on, BG.
Ron, if you knew how
You gotta see that at the table.
hey man, if you knew how tired I was, bro, you wouldn't believe it, man. I am worn out, bro. But
So you worn out, huh?
yeah, but the master giving me the strength that I need, man.
Amen, amen, and amen. I'm gonna say amen and amen to that. I
Yes.
had somebody that was scheduled to come on. I hope that they come in. I'm waiting for them to come into the show. But while we waiting on Pastor to do that, I want to add this to the stage. Man, you can't do nothing right around here, Ron. You're trying to do everything. God is against everything that you got going right now. Not God, but the Republicans. This is the leader. Let me see if I can get. Hold on. I'm getting him. Hey, Tawana, can you hear me?
Hold on.
Tawana. Can y'all hear Tawana? I know I got this thing messed up, but can y'all hear Tawana? I'm trying to get y'all.
Can you hear me?
Tawana, can you hear me?
I can hear her, but she's breaking up. I'm breaking up.
Okay, she's breaking up. So anyway, Tawana, we're here. If you that link that I sent you, if you want to come in, you're welcome to come in on that link. Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Pastor. If you got your stuff ready.
Well, I'm not. I don't. Let me show you what. Do you understand that right now that you can put the word porch monkey in and you see one of the little statues. Now they're gonna show you some real monkeys on some porches. I ain't trying to find no real monkey on the porch. They're trying to show
you. Really, to tell you the truth, ain't neither one of us going back to that time. I done heard Byron Glass say it many times. He just said that he said what he just got through saying about his mama. He said, "Mom, I ain't going back to where my mama was." Come on, Pastor. Come on.
This how crazy we are now, Ricky.
Yeah.
Say she's a Caucasian and doesn't like African Americans. Woo.
That's where we at, man.
We ain't there.
Shit, Ron.
We ain't there, man.
Hey, reality is what you see, not what you want it to be.
We ain't there, Glass. I can't believe that we there. Put that up again, Glass. Let me see that again. I really want to see it. Just put it up where we can all see that. Treasure 16 says she says she's Caucasian and does not like African Americans.
Now, it probably need to be fact checked. I don't know if this is, but just the thought of knowing it. So it's for information purposes only. If you want to find out whether it's true or not, you're going to look at it. I'm not confirming or denying it. I'm just showing what I'm seeing.
And we see it. And we see it. We ain't supposed to see that not coming from a black person, but it's happening. And what I was trying to show y'all earlier was that whatever this guy's name, James, I can't pronounce his last name, Pastor Glass. If you can pronounce it, go ahead and say it.
Hey, let me share my screen.
Okay. Let me get this off. Let me remove this.
Tallarico.
Come on, Glass. Okay. Pastor, I'm looking for your screen. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. See this? Can y'all see that?
No, sir.
No, sir. It's something just flashed up. Let me see if I got it now. Oh, I see it. I see it, Pastor. I'm going to bring it up right now.
Mm-hmm.
There it is, Pastor.
You see that?
Yeah, we see it.
That's the porch monkeys. That's what they used to have them on the statues sitting on the statues in Louisiana, in these small towns. Something similar to that. Sometimes be dark guys, be fishing, sometimes playing the fiddle, anything. And that represented that, like the black people during slavery time and during the civil rights time, sitting on your porch, just sitting there, be quiet, be seen and not heard.
Fishing.
Not heard. Sitting on the porch. And that's what they want us to be, a porch monkey. I'm not going to be a porch monkey.
Pastor, if we have to go back to those times, there's something wrong with us. If we allow America to take us back to them times, and Byron Glass, I'm gonna support you on this. I'm gonna support you on this because I'm gonna say it like you said it. I, I'm ready to fight. I ain't going. I'm not going back to that. It ain't nowhere in the world. I'm not even putting my grandkids through what my grandmother went through. I'm not putting anybody through that. You don't. We should never be going back. If we don't share anything else with our kids, we should share the history of where we came from. But even then, Pastor, they trying to hide that. They trying to say that it didn't happen. They trying to say that it was fake. But if we don't teach our kids our history,
Right.
and Pastor, not say, correct my word because you say it in a way where very few people can understand, but you said it a different way. His history, or however you
His
said it.
story. His story. The word history spells his story. Whoever telling the story, that's his history. And they want his story to be told, but don't want our story to be told. And in
Absolutely.
his story, they lie about our story. But he has a story, we have a story, other people have a story. Until we tell our story, then we don't know the whole history.
Yeah, and we're not gonna get the history if it's gonna be destroyed like everything else. And they don't want you to be proud. They want you to be a porch monkey, like Pastor Riggins just got through saying what Byron Glass has just got through reiterating. They want you to be a porch monkey. They don't want you to run for office. They don't want you to do anything. And if Donald Trump is in charge, I'm gonna tell you, we're doomed. We're doomed. We're at a point where it's nothing that we can do. It's nothing that we can say or do. They want us to sit up there and they want us to be just like this, Pastor. See no crimes, hear no truth, speak no facts. And I got that
the
from
Danish people do? The Danish got a red cap now. It says make America go away.
Byron. I know you got something that you want to put up, so let me take this down.
No. I ain't. I'm not sharing no screen, man. I'm just listening in, man.
Let me share something with y'all. You see that color guard right there? That's a group of guys that was in France, standing on the largest cemetery outside of America, presenting doing the 21 gun salute. I went there at 21 gun salute one year, and I went there as a flag carrier one year. But that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th gentleman down to the end with that big head, that's me, standing in France.
That's you right there.
If you count from my left to your right, I guess my right to your left, I'm the one with the.
How old were you?
I must have been about. I want to say about 25 then. I want to say about 25. I said 24, 25.
Okay, let me tell you something. Now let's go back to what I'm talking about right now.
Okay.
World War I, Europe was divided. And that's how Austria-Hungary and Serbia got into a fight. Germany jumped on Austria-Hungary. World War I got started. And then Germany was bombing England and France. The United States was trying to stay out of the war. And lo and behold, they started sinking our ships and stuff and drew us into the war. We had the war. Woodrow Wilson was president. He's like Trump. He came with these old 14 plan, whatever, to try to put peace in Europe. And the biggest thing they did was they punished Germany. Hitler was in prison during the war. Hitler gets out of prison. Hitler get elected president of Germany. And he goes, this, everything Trump trying to do, he did it to the max. Starts World War II. World War II comes along, and lo and behold, it's the Axis powers. It's Germany, it's Italy, and Japan against Russia, United States, Great Britain, and France. We win the war. While we was having that war, Russia was having its own because between World War I and World War II, Russia became a communist. So Russia now said, we're going to split up Germany, take our side of Germany. That's how the Cold War got started. And they wanted the eastern part of Europe, and they called it the Soviet Union. And the rest was called the Western Union. I said, you were there in France, color guard, our ally, Western Germany, France, Great Britain, our allies, Spain. Finally, when the wall came down, all of Germany became our ally. This fool, Donald J. Trump, that's he's the epitome of the opposite of what you're doing right there. He wants us to fight with France. He wants us to fight with Great Britain. He wants us to fight with Germany. He wants us to fight as though we on the side with Putin and take over Greenland, which the Danish have owned longer than the United States has been a country. We've only been a country 250 years. They've been on it for 300 years. Mm-hmm. This is serious business. To see you standing there representing the United States in the color guard outside of France, and now for us to be on the brink of maybe going to war with France, and guess what? They're going to come through Canada. Canada going to be because Canada going to stay with them. They're going to stage out of Canada and come down on top of the United States if they have to. Russia going to try to fight Canada to keep Canada off us. It's going to be a mess. You said, Pastor, you're talking crazy stuff. No, I'm telling you that if we get ourselves in a mess, it's going to be craziness in which they're going to use Canada as a staging thing to come against us. They're going to take us, throw us out of Greenland, and then Putin Trump gonna say, I want Putin to help us out. I want Putin to help us out. That's all Putin wants, to come to the aid of the United States and turn us into the evil thing that they are. You're a Russian asset.
Absolutely. And as we go through this whole thing, as we continue to do this podcast and we continue to try to wake up America, so to speak, it's like sometimes it's like kicking the can down the street, Glass. Sometimes it's like we kicking the can and nobody's listening. And as I listen to and I almost said other media channels, because I got to put it out there. As I listen to other media channels, it's like they're not waking up America. They're not talking about what pastors talking about. They don't even disguise it. They just bring on. They might as well bring on, what was that lady that used to do them psychic palm readings and all that? Miss Cleo. They might as well bring on Miss Cleo, because that's what they're talking about. It ain't making no sense, and I can't understand why it's not a desperation right now, Glass. I can't understand how. What is it gonna take for not just us to wake up, because we done been there, for America to wake up and see something that's wrong.
They don't believe. They think Trump is talking noise. They just think that it's all for a show. They say, well, all I gotta do is buy as long as I got eggs of $1.99 and not $4. As long as my kid can go to school, I can watch my TV show and play TikTok, I'm all right. They're not serious about life. And if they are serious, as long as Jesus come back, I go to heaven. No, it's more to life than that. You're gonna find yourself in hell down here waiting to get to heaven. You let Trump do what he gotta do. Be like, what we at? What's going on? Who running America? What language we gonna speak today? Will it be Chinese? Will it be Russian? Or will it be we speaking French or something?
Do you think they would be concerned about that, Pastor? They're not. I don't know. I don't see nobody urgency. I used to see Michael Steele come on when they was talking about Biden and his troubles and stuff like that, and I see that fake person called Stephen A. Smith out there just jumping on anything, not making no sense on anything. I don't know. I haven't even seen Roland Martin out there, and I'm gonna call out. I haven't even seen Roland Martin out there lately, so I'm just, maybe I'm missing it. Maybe
Martin gave Martin King Jr. speech yesterday. See,
yeah,
people like grandstanding. I ain't trying to grandstand it. I don't need no Martin King Jr. speech. I'm talking every Tuesday night. I'm just going to come on and say, listen, we got to wake up and stay woke. That's
But
all.
given Dr. Martin Luther King's speech yesterday, knowing the condition of where we at right now, Glass, what is that doing?
Hey man, the kids asked me yesterday because I had two programs: a brunch at 11 o'clock and another program at 2 o'clock. I had one of the local featured female first judge to come and speak. But the kids asked me this. It said, "It seemed like we should have went with Malcolm because what Martin did ain't working."
You know what? Bernie King came on yesterday though, and she defended because Donald Trump said it's the Civil Rights Act hurt America. Man, she gave a speech about that.
Yeah, I saw you.
That's his way of saying that the Civil Rights speech hurt the white man. I mean, Civil Rights Act hurt the white man. No, it didn't hurt the white man. It put the white man in order. It showed him that he was wrong.
But see, Pastor, you don't even have to look at it from that context. What it did is put the so-called majority supposedly on the same level as the so-called minority. So now you got to compete. Now you got to show up to make sure that you can do what you say you can do. You're not just self-appointed. You got to earn it. But see, obviously, he didn't want to earn it because look at it. He had to take seconds from somebody else to give him a Nobel Peace Prize. He's not fit to win a dog fight.
Man, his parents gave him $40 million and wasted. Come on. $40 million and wasted. It's sorry. Just they call him sorry. When I grew up, they call him sorry. You know, just sorry.
They would call him weak squad. Where I come from, man.
Yeah, sorry. Just
sorry. And I'm glad y'all brought that up because if either one of us was given the amount of money that our father gave us, that his father gave him to start life, but it's so many possibilities out there.
Hey, Ron, I don't know what I would have did money-wise, but I can tell you this: I wouldn't have been a fool to hate other people. I wouldn't have been a fool to try to divide other people. I wouldn't be a fool to try to make myself be something that I'm not.
Pastor, what would you say if your father had that kind of money and he gave it to you at that young of an age and you already dodged the draft, so you know you ain't going to war? We might as well put it in perspective.
Man, just go, look here. Man, go buy an island and be quiet somewhere. Not do the stuff he doing. See, he started out in 1973. I want to build some apartments in New York, and when I put a C on there, it means colored, we're going to deny you.
You know,
let's back up though. Let's put the whole truth in it. His daddy gave him $40 million, but his daddy was KKK. 1927, they arrested Fred Trump downtown New York with the KKK. So
with the clothes on,
reign in him evilness. My daddy put in me the word of God. Now, you can run from what your parents put inside of you. I could have ran from him and been a fool. But I didn't. Well, he should have ran from his daddy and not be a fool. But he didn't.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things that I really want to get into tonight was that I was going to have two PK kids on, and we was going to digest these two PK kids from East Texas, both of them, one from this side of the board and one from the other side of the board. And if I could have got it to come on,
tell the lady to go ahead on and go in through the StreamYard.
Yeah, I sent her a link. I don't know if she's still out there listening, but I sent her a link earlier, just like I sent us, and she couldn't. She came on and she said that she couldn't get on the stage. But you know how you have the green room and you can bring people up. One of us might have been talking at that time, and I didn't look down at the bottom of the screen. I want to do this before we get out of here and give y'all a fair enough chance to make a comment on the air. If you want to come on, and Byron Glass always accused me of not doing this, so I'm putting up the number early enough. If we went through a whole show, if you just want to come on and make a comment, they're going to call number. It's going to be up for 60 seconds. But I was trying to get these two PK kids on. One of them just got back from Africa. She was in Africa, and she was she has a nonprofit book club that she created, and she was telling me And she ran for Congress, and she had a nonprofit book club that she was telling me about that she was doing in Africa, and they just gave her a celebration over there. I really wanted Pastor to meet this other PK kid, but I'm gonna have to wait and try to get her on another time because Tuesdays is not her day. We might have to do something off air, and then just try to see if Pastor got time to come in because I need him to meet this PK kid because she's in the same right there. Her father preaches in that same area where you from, that Texas Louisiana coast.
Okay. I look forward to it.
Yeah. So again, I'm gonna put the number up if you want to call in. You're welcome to. It's 832-856-5964 for the people that's out there listening. We really appreciate you listening in. I hope that we didn't take you too far off track and we tried to educate. Pastor was fired up tonight and
Educate,
Glass was fired up
motivate,
tonight. Come on,
stimulate.
Pastor. Come on, Pastor.
Educate, motivate, stimulate for you to participate, and teach you not to hate. Come on.
Well, wait a minute. That sounds like a rap. I need to hear that again, Pastor. Can you say it
Educate,
aloud again?
motivate, and stimulate for you to participate and not to hate.
And in the image of the antebellum
Right,
era. I just want to be clear. Are you saying you think they want to reinstate slavery?
No. They wish to get us back as close to slavery as they can possibly get us to without violating, because the Constitution, they can't do it.
Uh-huh.
Jim Crow?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
So you think they would reinstitute Jim Crow?
Absolutely. And I think the Supreme Court is well on the way to doing that. Remember, all of this started with a Supreme Court decision called Dred Scott. That's what defined and laid the foundation for all of this stuff. And then we got another case called Pleasant versus Ferguson that's established separate and equal.
Well, of course, the Supreme Court during Reconstruction overturned the Civil Rights Act.
Yes.
So
the Supreme Court did. Civil Rights Act was overturned by the United States Supreme Court. And what has just happened with the 1965 Voting Rights Act? The first, they're doing it a little more sophisticated, but they're doing that. This Supreme Court is overturning the Voting Rights Act.
To be really clear, your view is the MAGA Republicans are explicitly racist and want to turn the country back towards a time that approaches Jim Crow, if not achieving it.
Answer the question.
I don't know that I would call all MAGA Republicans that. I'm very circumspect about using the term. They are racist. I don't put that label on any one person, but I know what the word means. It's sitting there in the dictionary for anybody to understand it. They are white supremacists, and there are people who are supporters of this president who admit to me that they are white supremacists. I've had people who support this president tell me that they thought that slavery was a good thing. And really, for us to deny that this exists, I don't know why we would do that.
You've had people tell you who support this president that they thought slavery was a good thing.
Absolutely. Right to my teeth.
Oh. Constituents?
Absolutely. In my congressional district.
What's that like?
Sometimes I keep things to myself.
Wow.
Let me tell you something.
Come on, Glass.
Hey man, I'm just putting it out there. You can think what you want to think, say what you want to say. What I can say is this, Riggins. Ain't nobody on this planet gonna tell me how I should feel if a dog bite me.
Mm-hmm.
And once the dog bite me, Riggins, I will always remember that. Can't nobody tell James Clyburn how he feel. So the person that's interviewing him, trying to get all of this, that, and other, what she should have done was taking this a whole different direction. But see, mainstream media won't do that. They won't do that, see, because I would have asked him why you feel this way. Give me some examples. Make sure that everybody see what these examples are. He gave you one. He said racist is right in the dictionary. All you got to do is go and look at it. But here it is now, Riggins. We have what we call Sarah Palin alternative facts. You see what I'm saying? So what you see is not what you believe because somebody else done paint a picture and make you start believing what you really should be believing. At the end of the day, Evil will always exist, Ron. Racism is a part of evil. It's here to stay. It ain't going nowhere. It ain't never went nowhere. It's just been pushed to the side, come back in another different way. It ain't never left.
Come on, Pastor.
So the hell with that. And anybody who say just because you don't see the air out there, the oxygen out there, it don't mean that it exists. It doesn't mean that it does not exist. It exists because you're breathing. So because you've never experienced what this man or what we're saying that it exists, just because you haven't experienced it, don't mean that you should believe it. If you don't believe it, then Pastor, what you can do is kiss the HOHEN. Figure out what that means.
Let me tell you something. Jim Crow or no Jim Crow, I'm gonna drink out of every water fountain I want to drink out of. I'm gonna sit everywhere I want to sit at and go where I want to go. So if they want to dial back into it and see what's gonna happen. Cause see, they dial back this time. It's not gonna be Malcolm. It's not gonna be Martin. It's gonna be Huey P. What was his name?
Lewis.
It's gonna be Black Panther, my friend. Because we come too far for that. What did NWA say? What was their first album came out? I don't talk like that. But they said something to the police. That's what's gonna happen. You can't. I know Clive Bowen said he see it, and when they're gonna try it, it ain't gonna work. It will not work. It will not work. America's come too far for that.
Their America thinks that they haven't come far enough. Their America thinks that we're still stuck in the 1920s. Their America thinks that 2026 is their year to come back. Well, I'm here to tell you, your America is gone. We've been here for a long time. We done held the office of president. We done held the office of Senate. We got people running for the Senate. But here, Pastor, I get mad. I get upset when I see that. But here's what I get really upset about. We do it to ourselves. Come on, Glass. I'm gonna bring you back to the screen. I gotta step off for just a minute. Glass, talk about what you just put up. I'm gonna put it.
But
There you go.
Riggins, you see it?
Eric Holder.
Yeah, here's another scholar. Okay, you just heard.
Eric Holder, who's Attorney General under Barack Obama, who should have been Attorney General up under Joe Biden. He would have prosecuted Donald Trump. Said there's a concerted effort to resegregate America.
Riggins, this is two people that's in the trenches. You and I know. Riggins, here's the deal, man. You hunt. You know when a dog treat a deer, what he do?
Yes,
you already know what he doing before he get there because he done found the tree, he done found the scent. You can smell it. You can smell what's going on in the air, man.
Yes, sir.
But for those who have never experienced it, it's subtle. It doesn't matter to them. Well, it matters to me because I've heard my mama long before she passed away, the shit that she said she went through, the shit that she said that she didn't want to go through, but she had to do it just to make sure that we had the thing. Riggins, it's not going to fall on this watch in 2026.
Yes, sir. My grandfather talked about it, man. Man. And I'm telling you, this is why I'm adamant about that. Donald Trump is just the tip of the iceberg. He's the catalyst. He's the flag bearer. He's the one who's saying the quiet part out loud. But there's 1/3 of America, 33% of Americans who believe like he believed. All it took was 33% of America to make America what it was. 33% of America were patriots, 33% of America were loyalists, and 33% of America were neutral. And the patriots won and became America. Now, 33% of America are MAGA, 33% of America is Democrats, and 33% of America are independents. Now, what we gonna do? Are we gonna let MAGA rule, or will the 66% take over and put the 33% in their place? What we gonna do?
Well, Riggins, again, man, I'm almost certain we can go through, scholar after scholar after scholar, and ask them, do they agree with Holder and Clyburn, or do they disagree?
Mm-hmm.
You can ask a high percentage of people that went through integration, from integration to segregation.
Mm-hmm.
They would tell you that they felt like it was one of the worst things that could have ever happened, and they have documented facts to back that up. And all you got to do is pay attention and look and see based on what exists now. So, some of it is subjective. The rest of it is factual to me, because if you lived it, you know what the facts are. If somebody told you, you can draw your own conclusion. But if you don't know nothing about it, the best thing probably to do is to sit back and listen and try to learn what somebody is trying to tell you.
Yes, sir.
I'm back, but one of the things I want to say about Clyburn, if you go back and do your history and you look at the history, his state is one of them Carolinas.
Mm-hmm.
His state is one of those places where he shouldn't have won. His state is majority. It has a lot of whites still in that area. His state was where a lot of slaves worked in the field. And I'm telling you all of this because if it's starting there, if you remember where slavery started, it started on the East Coast.
Yes, sir.
So they basically telling you that you can't stand up and be a man on the East Coast. You can't. What you can't do, and he's telling you, they're telling him as a congressman. Our Congress is so messed up right now. Our Congress is so messed up right now. I would take him as the leader of the Congress versus anybody that we got up there right now, because they just, have you ever seen a fish get on shore and it just and you catching it just wiggling and it flies around and it doesn't have a purpose? It wants to jump back in the water, but we don't have nobody to pick the fish up off the shore and turn it into food that's in Congress right now. And as you go, and I'm gonna get up here because I saved this for this. They don't want it. Byron's mentioned it, Pastor Riggins mentioned it. They don't want to see a woman in any kind of position.
Yeah.
They will put money in a person's campaign to stop a woman from going forward. Byron said it ain't no way in the head. Well, I ain't gonna put no words in his mouth, but I'm gonna say this. This person that I got up behind me, they don't believe that she can win. And I'm gonna tell you, the only way that she can win is that you're gonna have to put dollars in her pocket. You're gonna have to get behind her, and more than just saying that, listening to mainstream media, because they everything that they put out, they're not putting out the same thing. They put $7 million in this guy's account in the first month that he's running for this election. Go out and see how much they put in her coffers. And most of it came from the DNC, because they don't agree with the candidate, because she doesn't fetch, sit on the porch with fishing rods and reels and all the rest of that. What do you call it, a porch? Because she don't want to sit there and listen to the rules. She's trying to address the issues for her people. And if we as a people don't get on board at this time in midterm elections, as Byron Glass said, as Pastor Riggins says it like this: if we don't put the pedal to the gas and don't let up, we're doomed. Byron Glass says that's over if we don't vote. I want to see what Byron bringing to the stage. I want to bring him back up. Y'all just give me a minute, because I want him to address whatever he's showing. Come on, Byron.
Well, Riggins, the whacked out assistant attorney general, the prosecutor that was appointed, that was illegally appointed, is now stepping down since the judge advertised the job to somebody else. It's crazy as all outdoors, man. Riggins, when Farrakhan was doing his thing, when Elijah Muhammad was doing his thing, when Malcolm X was doing his thing, when King was doing his thing, and they had followers, the same people that are now following this fool didn't like it when other people was following people who they felt like were their leader. Now, the same people are following this fool, and they have great expectations. The only conclusion I can come up with is this, man, is that this is just a mental illness, and it's going to take a lot of medicine to eradicate it.
Absolutely.
Yes,
But here's the other part.
Riggins, hold on, Riggins. And
wait.
If I'm not mistaken now, the Bible does speak of barbaric, right?
Yeah.
And it's specific when you do the research of who the reference to barbaric is, right?
Right.
I rest.
Barbarians
Let me just say this.
Barbarians were the last one to get the gospel, and they were Anglo-Saxon.
Say it again, Pastor. I want to make sure that they hear
Barbarians
you.
were the last one to get the gospel, and Webster tell you barbarian equals Anglo-Saxon.
You know,
now, Ron, this ain't something that we defined. Okay, it's not a definition that Riggins created or somebody else. It's on what everybody follows, which is Mr. Webster.
Yeah, and I'm about to go there. I'm going to go there because one of the things that we need people to understand is that we come on this air every week. As long as I've been coming on this air, you never heard me say subscribe. You never heard me say go to this place. You never heard either one of us do that. We do this on our own volunteer, on our own time. But what I need you to understand is that you need to get your out and vote. That's what we want to translate to, because if you don't get out and vote, see, they're trying to set you up for failure right now because they're telling you that Trump's going to be impeached. Trump's going to do this. Well, ain't none of that going to happen if you don't get out and vote.
Yeah.
I don't care. This country could be falling apart, and you sitting there saying, one of the 90 million that sit there and say, I don't have a dog in the hunt. I'm not going out and vote. I'm not doing any of this, because what we've been saying from day one since we came on this air, and we're going to continue to say it as long as I keep continuing, as long as I have breath, as long as Byron Glass have breath, as long as Pastor Riggins have breath. If you don't vote this year, you might as well give up.
Yes, sir.
Don't let nobody else in the media sell you on anything other than voting. If you got kids in your house that's 18 years or older, get them registered now. Get the credentials that they have to have now. Don't sit back and wait. Don't sit back and let your child tell you, well, mama, I got it. Daddy, I got it. I'm going to get it tomorrow. It ain't no more tomorrow. It's right now. It's right now. Midterm elections are coming up. Early voting is right around the corner, Glass. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Hey, Mr. Spikes, I got about a minute left. Let me go on. Hey, look, I enjoyed the show tonight.
I'm gonna bring you back up front.
Hey, Riggins, you have become an electrifying individual with nothing but facts. I love the conviction. I love the fact that you got a principle and you're standing on it. And at the end of the day, you can't do nothing but give props and respect to that. Ron, hey, look, man, it was a good show. Nobody of the three have what ignorant folk have defined as Trump deranged syndrome. It's kind of like if you got sewage in your water, you don't just stop talking about it. You talk about it and continue to fix on it until the problem is fixed. So do you have sewage in your water syndrome? Yeah, when people was talking about Barack Obama, did they have Barack Obama syndrome? When people was talking about Joe Biden going to sleep and not fit, did they have Joe Biden syndrome? Nobody said that, but since the great white hope of the 21st century for ignorant, unqualified, individuals, all of a sudden are now saying what they feel like they've always wanted to say. Now all of a sudden, it's an issue. You got a deranged syndrome. Well, I don't have a deranged syndrome. What I have is this. If it walk like a duck and it quack like a duck, then I define it as Donald Duck. I'm out, gents.
Hey, let me just say this before you get out there, Byron. I love that quack, that duck quack. We're gonna add that to something soon. But I just want to say this. We live in a sad state of America. Byron Glass volunteers this time, Pastor volunteers this time. And I know y'all keep hearing me saying that, but here's what I want you to digest. We living in a time where we don't, all those names that Byron Glass called out, they had J. Edgar Hoover. It was manipulating stuff behind the scenes. Nobody could get a word out about what was going on because they control the media.
Yeah.
They control the media. The stuff that we're going through right now, We can get the word out. We're sitting here in our individual locations where we're trying to get the word out, and you have other people wasting your time on this media, and they're not trying to get the word out. They're not trying. They'll sit back and just wait for the whole country to fall apart. And what I'm telling you, and Glass, I'm glad that you got a little bit of time because I know you have other jobs that you do. But I'm going to say, if you don't get your kids ready to vote, if you don't get your cousins ready to vote, if you don't get anybody that's 18, if you're serving in the capacity of anybody that's over 18 to getting ready to vote for this election cycle that's coming up, we're doomed because we're not the primary. And I'm going to say this, the primary counts because you have people that's in the primary that's going to have your best interest in the long run. But if they don't get an opportunity because you didn't feel like your vote counted, guess what? We're doomed. We're going to get another one of them. We're going to have somebody put in position that they can control. And then you're going to be sitting back saying, Byron, what did they say after they gave up them days that they had held out for? Oh, they're going to come with a plan to bring back affordable health care. They're going to come with a plan. They haven't came with it. Pastor, can I say it?
There will not be a plan.
Put your earplugs in, Pastor, for a minute.
There will not be a plan.
Came with I'm going to say it, Pastor, just let me say it and put your earplugs in. They came with a damn thing. They gave you more excuses to go forward on. And it's sad. Pastor, I'm going to let you close this out because you want to have you got the airways, and it's nobody but me and you, Byron Glass. I hope you get your whatever you got to have accomplished. I'm trying to get us back to the stage, Pastor, where it's nobody but us. But come on, Pastor.
They didn't have a plan. We will not have a plan to get back our liberty. We will not have a plan to get back our independence. We will not have a plan to get back our democracy. If it failed, there will not be no plan of going back. So we got to make our stand right now. Make our stand right now. Won't be a plan to redo. This guy's trying to drag us up into the abyss of who we ought to be and destroy our nation.
It ain't about no Houston Texans losing no game. It ain't about the Super Bowl. It ain't about who won the
national championship
college playoffs not too long ago. All that ain't gonna matter. It ain't gonna matter because you if you don't get out.
The Titanic was sinking and the band played on. I read that book when I was in high school.
Wait, Pastor. Come back and say that again. Because I want to hear it.
Was sinking and the band played on. I read that book back in the high school, A Night to Remember by Sir Walter Lloyd. Let me tell you what. This is what we feel like right now. See, the band was entertaining them. They knew they were going to drown. But they say, let the band play on because we got to give the people something to enjoy while the ship is going down. We're going to be entertained with NBA, NFL, WNBA, WWE, MLB, NCAA. We're going to be entertained with movies, plays, concerts, music. All it has its place. But we're going to be entertained while America is going down. And we'll drown in our own ignorance and drown in our own futility behind this food. Wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. Wake up. It's time to wake up and stay woke. Preachers keep on preaching. Teachers keep on teaching. Believers keep on believing. This is from the high ground. I went to 2 different songs. Liars, stop lying.
And Pastor, I just noticed something as you said that. It's a shame that if we have to go back in history and we have to march like those signs behind you, demanding that our voting rights are still intact. Yes, it's a shame that we have to get back there for us to understand that how far our forefathers have brought us. We mentioned Malcolm. We just went past Malcolm's birthday. It's a shame that it stands for nothing if we don't change our habits. Pastor, I'm not going to keep us. I want you to give us a word and get us out of here because the only thing I can say is midterms, and I'm going to yield with that and let you close us out, Pastor.
Yes, sir. What I'm saying tonight is there are three things you need to do. First, pray. Because if God's not first, everything we do is in vain. I know this is not a religious show, but it's reality. Pray. Second thing, participate. Don't just let us be the ones making the noise. You go out and you get somebody involved.
Mm-hmm.
And the third thing you need to do is vote. But don't just vote. Vote with a passion. Vote what you believe, and then tell somebody else to go and vote. Pray, participate. That means get involved and getting people stirred up, getting people involved. Then vote, and vote with a passion. Stand on your independence. Now, don't be reactive, be proactive. Father, we thank you for the opportunity to use our voices, use our energy to be involved in our own democracy, in our own independence, in our own liberty, in our own freedom, to be involved in our own justice, to be a drum major for justice, a drum major for righteousness, to be a leader, to serve others, to help somebody so our living won't be in vain. Those are the words we heard from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. When his own unity. We leave this platform, but not your presence. In the name of Jesus, we pray. Amen.
You know what? I was taught as a boy to take my hat off during prayer when I was in service. When I walked in the church, I took my hat off as a male. But you know what? My relationship with God is stronger than that. I heard a pastor on the internet say, y'all more worried about people taking off their hats and how short their dresses are and all the rest of that when they just come to the house of the Lord. I remember a day when they would just walk out with a sheet and never say a word. If somebody was in there with a short dress on, they put it there, cover them up. And that was the end of it. It wasn't said. Nobody made an issue of it. It didn't show up on Facebook. It didn't show up on none of these medias, but the point was well taken. What we got to do is sit back as America today and realize that we got to change something. The way that we're looking at it, the way that we view it, the way that we're letting stuff just go by the wayside. We got to stop that, and we can correct ourselves. Sometimes we have to tell our kids. I saw a young man, and I'm gonna end right here, Pastor. I saw a young man in a video with his pants hanging below his waist, below his butt, and he had some butt stains in his underwear. The man went up and tried to tell him about himself, and you know what he did? He got offensive. He said, "Oh, you just mad because it's a new style." So people around him
new style of showing your butt stains.
Yeah. So people around him trying to tell him what's different, and he didn't want to listen. In the end, he was so embarrassed when he found out that he just walked out. He just walked out and didn't say nothing. But see, that's what I'm trying to tell you right now.
They call those skid marks.
That's what they were, Pastor. I mean, his was skid blotches. Blotches. I'm not trying to make fun of him, but here's some skid blotches because he had. Anyway, I ain't going there. I ain't gonna digress. I just want you to think. Yeah, I want you to think about America because even it's a certain color of underwear and stuff that we have that older women used to tell young women to wear when they wear certain colors so it wouldn't see through their dress.
Black underwear, yes.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to get you to understand is that we need to go back and sometimes listen to our elders. But if our elders out there doing more than it's kind of hard to follow, but I'm just going to say, find somebody to sit down and listen to. I hear Pastor talking about his grandfather and his father all the time. Find somebody that's not out there in the club with a drink like you that's probably sitting at home in the sofa and you saying they too old or whatever. Find them, talk to them, find out about history so you don't repeat it.
Yes,
so
sir.
you don't repeat it. And I guarantee you should be running to the poll. Don't say Papa too old. Don't say grandma don't know what she talking about. Things are different. If you don't get out and vote, it's over with. I want to say thank God for giving us this platform, for allowing us to share our message out there. I don't care about all the rest of that. I care about what we're doing in the future, and part of our future is teaching our kids to be better than where we at. Somebody gave us a like out there. I don't know, Pastor. It's just one thing I want to do. And Pastor Positively D says she missed the show, but D, I hope you know that it's gonna come back up, and I'm gonna make some shorts and get back to making shorts. And we're gonna get out of here, Pastor. We right on time. If I shut up right now, we're gonna be out of here 1.5. So, Pastor, if you got anything else to say, add it, and we're gonna be out.
You keep passing the offering plate around, and the offering plate is not money. You keep passing the offering plate around, but the offering plate is not money. The offering plate is go vote. You keep passing around.
Wait. Now I was ready to end, but I'm gonna say this. I gotta say this where they can understand. That's a pastor, A.F. Riggins. Go out and listen to him on Wednesday nights. Go out to his church, his ministry. I'm gonna let him give that. But did you hear what he just said? Your offering plate is even when you go vote, because you're making it better for yourself.
Right.
If you put money into it, if you put money into an offering plate or a tithe and it's doing more damage to you, I'm gonna let the pastor close it out with that, and I'll just put something on this plate.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let him say that, and then I'm gonna get out of here.
On Wednesday nights, we are there on Aquila Fernell Riggins is my Facebook page. We have our Bible studies. We're studying the book of Matthew right now. We're Matthew, the third chapter. We're going to Matthew, third chapter on tomorrow night. It's United Covenant Hope Church of God, where our pastor and bishop, A.F. Riggins. It's 6555 Mesa Drive, Houston, Texas, 77028. We meet on Sunday mornings, 11 a.m. We have a local gospel singer is our minister of music, Johnny B. Williams, and then we bring a word of God to you on Sunday morning. You can catch us on Facebook Live or catch us live. Ron, I want to see you in the house one morning. God bless you.
I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna be there.
Yes, sir.
But Pastor, you forgot about your Wednesday show. I
said Wednesday nights. I said tomorrow night.
I didn't hear it. I don't know if they heard it either.
Matthew, the third chapter. You go on our Facebook page. It's Aquila Fernell Riggins, and you'll find it there at 7:00 tomorrow night. And you catch it there, and it's simulcast on United Covenant Hope Church of God page, along with Sugar Land Church of God. And you catch tomorrow night, 7:00. We're studying the book of Matthew. We're in the third chapter of the book of Matthew.
It's also going to be on Two Gents Podcast page tomorrow as soon as I get it. I'm going to go ahead and share it on Two Gents Podcast page, and I'll share it on my page also. That's the only way we're going to get the word out. Everybody has to share the information. If it ain't meant for you, it ain't nothing I can say, but go out and share the information if it's good. And I'm gonna try to get everybody on my page to reshare it so we can get the word out. We need to know what's going on in these times. Pastor, have a good night. I like that tie and shirt combination. You know, I got to give
man. This is what the work looking like that today. I try to represent, man. I try the kids see something positive.
Yeah. Byron Glass got out of here, so I got the only one I got is Pastor. And y'all know I'm gonna wear my shirts, my polo shirts. I had to. Byron
got the bow ties, right? But look, Byron got the bow ties. But I found these little things where you can have these and flip these around inside your pockets.
Oh, Chucky.
So whatever shirt you wear,
Chucky. Byron gonna be out of here. He's gonna be done.
Byron gonna be done. Byron one of those. You get that.
He's gonna be done. He gonna say, Pastor, send me.
KNG, you have to get it from KNG.
Hey, before we get out of here, I'm gonna say one more thing. I want to say one more thing, and then I'm gonna get out of here. Don't forget about Dr. Shirley McKellar. I didn't have time to put her up. Go out and vote for Dr. Shirley McKellar. Tyler, Texas. That's right, Pastor. May 2026 is when the voting starts. For her, give her a chance.
To do that,
change. Don't be afraid to change. Something going on in America. Well, we need to give women a chance. We need to give women a chance. And if you ain't never heard it from nobody else, you're hearing it from me. Give women a chance. Bye. Good night. Good night, Pastor. We out.